Hello YouTube, Bricks Unbound here, and it's time for another LEGO Minecraft review. Today we're looking at set number 21126, The Wither. Comes with 318 pieces, and in the United States retails for $39.99. Let's go ahead and take a look at what gives the set its name first here, being the Wither build itself. And I would say it's instantly recognizable. You can tell what it is. It has the three heads to it, and then these kind of, I'm not really sure what they are in the game, but these little protrusions off to the side. Good coloring. It does come on a little stand so that it stands up, because of course without that there's no way this is going to stand up properly. So I'd say that looks fine. It's maybe a little undersized, but it's close enough to not be a big issue. These little heads on it, the middle one is a printed tile, a 2x2 printed tile. You can see how that's built up there. The other two, however, are normal minifig head sized and come with this new part here that you can use to mount minifig heads on things if you wish. So this is a nice build. I am happy with the Wither part itself here. It does fall apart fairly easily though. As you saw, I knocked the head section off 3 or 4 times already in this review. And then we get 2 Wither skeletons as well, which we'll look at when we look at the minifigures. Moving him out of the way, we'll take a look at this little section of the nether we have. I believe it's supposed to be part of another fortress. You can kind of see the supports here and the bridge running across. Underneath here we have some lava flows going on. I do wish those would have been the dark red brick. It would have made more sense, I think, and it would have looked better. You have lots of open play area here to move the Wither around. The problem is that there's not a whole lot of places you can stick your Steve minifig. He can be over here to fight with the skeletons and fight up here, but of course he can't touch any lava. And he is a little bit outmatched in this set, but they do have play features to try to match that up and make it more even. And you can see that Steve over here was standing at this TNT cannon type build. It has a little redstone on the sides here and a redstone torch to simulate some kind of powered circuit in order to blow up things. And what you're blowing up is this bridge. You can see it has these rubber things in the back, and that's to catch it when it falls over. But right now it's super sturdy. So in order to knock it over, you pull out this long axle piece. It just slides right in there, and now your bridge can fall over. I'm really glad that they put those rubbery pieces on the back, because it makes it so you're not going to scratch up any tables or have a lot of noise when you knock this thing over. Let's go ahead and stand it up here, put our Wither skeletons back on. So it's falling over pretty easy right now. We'll see how it works when we launch TNT at it, if I can even get the stand up long enough to get that going. So here we go, we'll line these guys up here. You get 2 blocks of TNT, built exactly the same as they have always been. Line it up and give it a shot. Okay, well it kind of hit it, but didn't knock it over. There we go, moved it closer. Dang, my dynamite just fell behind my desk. That's unfortunate. That's going to require moving some stuff to get to. Oh wow, look at that. So if you hit it right on the Withers, the higher up you hit it, the more, top heavy it's going to be, so then it's easier to knock it over. So that did work pretty well. You do have to have the cannon real close here though. It's hard to hit it from any further away than that. Let's try way back here, hit it real hard. Whoa, okay, dang it! And now the other dynamite, the other TNT fell behind my desk as well. So I'm not going to have that for the rest of the review. And then looking more at this train here, I'm going to slide this back in to make that not fall over every time I move the set. Have a little bit of soul sand peeking up here with some nether warts. Have some mushrooms growing. This fire build that we saw quite a few of in the nether fortress set from last year. And some nether quartz here. So pretty good build and all. I mean, it's a little plain. It definitely doesn't feel like a very big set. I mean, this size of build is really about what we were getting in like even the dungeon set, the $20 set, or the $20 cave set from the first wave of Minecraft. The build for this, I mean, it looks fine. You can't really do a whole lot more to pull this off, I don't think. Just because you're not going to be able to get the level of detail from the game. The play feature does work nicely. You can really launch the TNT well. let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures, and then after that we'll go to my final thoughts on this set. Alright, in this set we get 3 minifigures and 1 buildable figure, being the Wither. First up is Steve here as a wooden bow, and he's exactly the same Steve as we got in all the other sets. This time he does come equipped with an iron helmet and iron armor, so that looks nice. 2 Wither skeletons, which are probably the most exciting minifigures of the set for sure. You have a nice printed face on them, the square heads, of course, just like all other Minecraft mobs are having if they use regular minifig style heads here. Skeleton body that we've seen a few times. It is in black, which is a nice color to get it in. And then the legs are the special part here, though. I can see that being super useful, being able to clip things onto the sides here. It's got a little stopper in the middle, and then of course clips on top. So I'm sure that somebody's going to come up with great uses for those in some mocks in the future. And then last up we have the Wither, which we already talked about in the main review portion. I do think it looks good. Nice build for that. And really this set, I would say, these things right here are the main reason to get it. The 2 Wither skeletons and the Wither build are all quite nice. Let's go ahead and move on to my final thoughts. Alright, now for my final thoughts on this set. I would say, if you are a die-hard Minecraft fan who wants to get these sets as soon as they come out so you can make some kind of display, then you're perfectly fine to pick up the set now. You'll be happy with it, you'll like the figures, you'll like the pieces you get. But if you aren't die-hard Minecraft and can wait until things go on sale, I would say do that for this set. The play feature is kind of fun with shooting stuff with our TNT cannon here and knocking things over. I mean, that's fun, and similar to, I guess, what we'll probably see in some of the Angry Bird sets later this year. But other than that, there's not a whole lot the set has to offer, I don't feel. The best thing is definitely the figures. The 2 Wither skeletons and the Wither build are all quite nice. I do, however, wish we would have gotten a 3rd Wither skeleton, especially considering that you only get 318 pieces in the set and retails for $40. It's a pretty bad price per piece, but I think that could have been offset by giving you a 3rd Wither skeleton, which also would have increased the playability, because then you could actually craft your own Wither like you do in the game. So you build the Wither, activate it, and you can fight it, because the set even includes already 4 2x2 bricks here of soul sand, is what they use the dark brown for, which of course is what you need to make a Wither. You just need 1 more head for it. So I think a 3rd Wither skeleton would have really, in my mind, helped this set out, made it a little bit more worth that $40 price point. Because as it is, it really feels like a $20 set to me. Because if you took out this cannon and took out 1 Wither skeleton, had just this set, so you get Steve, 1 Wither skeleton, the Wither, and this terrain, that looks about the same size as like the cave was, or the dungeon, or the Iron Golem set that came out alongside this one. I think they of course couldn't do that because they already had a $20 set for this wave, but I think this feels like a $20 set. The rest of it does not feel like a $40 set if you add in the cannon. It just feels like it's using up parts to try to get it kind of close to the $40 price point. Then also I think the way the terrain was built up was a little bit lazy. Specifically, I'm talking about this area right here, where they use lava flows here to support the bridge. I really think they should have used these parts they used for these 2 flows to just make another support over here, just similar to this one, or even, I think, just using 2x2 dark red bricks and just stacking them up, maybe even in those same places, would have been fine. You still get enough of the lava feeling here in between this section, and then with these coming down, you could have still left the orange slopes out here, just replace this with dark red. I feel it would have looked better, been more true to the color scheme, maybe not necessarily to how the bridges actually look, but if we use this foundation for that side, it would have been great. And it comes with, you know, some nice other little small builds like the flames. We've gotten all this before. I would say if you have the Nether Fortress set, the set does complement that one well, as I'll show in another video that will be coming out shortly, where I show this set and the Nether Fortress together. But if you can wait, if you can hold off, I would say do it on this set. It's nice to get the skeletons and the Wither. I mean, Steve we've had before. We even had pretty close to that same combination before. And that's my final thoughts on this set. So don't pick it up right now. Wait till it goes on sale. Thank you for watching this review. Please let me know what you think of this set down in the comments. And I'll see you next time.